what do you think about Skype?
Skype.
It's
Skype is
really helpful. Is it really helpful for you, or do you feel like it is kind of, somewhere we find it is kind of waste because we are like we have a certain level. Okay, when we come across with a beginner or who are not interested for into practice, at that time you might feel it is kind of waste. So have you ever
If
go through such
mm,
situations?
right, if we are having conversations with a person who's not in our level, on our level, he's a just a beginner, or we are an intermediate level person. That time it's going to waste our time, not that person. That person will
Mhm.
be learned for sure. So sometimes, like if you are having again and again with those people who's just started, that time it's not going to be that much productive. So make sure to have conversations with people who has same kind of same level of the English
Mhm.
speaking.
Mhm.
And apart from that, yeah, Skype is the great, like life changing for me as a English learner. A lot of people, like I'm meeting so many people like you, and we are
Mhm.
having conversations like without like Skype. How can we, could we meet? So that's a thing.
Mhm.
So I met so many people, and even I made them my friend. So I'm having conversations on call even, as well as we exchange the number and
Mhm.
all. So Skype is a good app. We can easily record that sessions, and it's very user friendly. Or yeah, that's a thing. So I really love it. But I'm not using some of the, like nowadays I started just using sometimes when I feel good, that time I use. Otherwise I mute the notification, and sometimes I delete that app. So
Mhm.
that's the thing. But I'm having this on my laptop, so that's it.
Mhm. Okay, but I am feeling good because you are getting a lot of things from Skype. But the thing is that I had some bad experiences over here. So when I was not able to when I was not well at that time, I was having conversation without recording. So one day I put that message. I dropped that message. Okay, I want without recording conversation. So I came across with a person uh, who is, he came in front of me without wearing shirt. So sometime we have bad experience as a like female. We have to come like go through such situations. So somewhere it's not good. And recently I had a bad experience. I found a person who had some different attention. I guess he was seeking some relationship or fun and
Mhm.
all. And he had a made he had he has a like fake ID. He
Oh.
is yeah
Mhm.
he wants to talk with the girls with the name of female ID. He has a put name female name. I have want females other females.
I don't
That's
know
the thing I
why
asked you.
how people can they do this. Like we have a lot of dating apps. Like you can use Tinder, you can use other. Like I have a lot of like we can search about it if you want the girls, or you want boys to date them, and there are a lot of other ways. But there is a no sense to do this thing. And I don't know why people are doing this thing, but there are a lot of alternatives,
Mm-hmm.
so they should be aware about it. If we are like, it's okay if a person who wants to talk to a girl or whatever. Look, it's all about human emotions, but we have
Mm-hmm.
to be a mature person. You can use other apps. Lot of
Mm-hmm.
apps applications are there.
Hmm.
So that's the thing. It's very bad, yeah, that
Yeah,
no.
he deliberately made a girl ID and he he always tries to connect with the different people. I always come across with his messages. Anybody want video call or audio call? I
So
have want
how,
other
I don't know, yeah,
females.
how they can think that that girl will be with me, or will make a relationship with me. How, like
Yeah, they
there is
are.
no sense.
They think. Yeah, they think like girls are dying for such
Mm.
males.
Cause they are immature. I think they are. I don't know, but if a person is mature and they know like how the human body works or all things that time, but yeah, it's all about
Uh,
less education or knowledge about internet. People
yeah.
feel like some of the time I know people who think like if we make a fake ID or start chatting with a girl or tell her that, oh, I have this that or some things, and that time like she will fall in love with him. And love,
Mm.
like I'm using this word, but there is a no place for love. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay, we can wrap up
Mhm.
session over here. So we will connect some other day.
Sure, for sure.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you
and
for
so
having me
yeah,
on.
you shared this thing. So I wanted to tell to all the viewers that please be safe in this internet era. Not about just Skype, but yeah, being a girl, like I think it's not that much.
Actually, I have.
If to do video chat or with a unknown person, if first you have to check that person about their IDs or their
Mm,
YouTube channels or their other social, if you could, so all just
I
do.
have already. Actually, I have already warned other girls on Skype who are using who are
Mhm.
using a Skype. I am like added there in ladies group, so I have warned over there. So it's up to them
Mhm.
how they take things. And
Don't share.
before talking to somebody, I guess we should like assess someone whether someone is genuine or really
Mhm.
want to improve their English or not. So
Yeah, but it's just time wasting, guys. All the boys who's just doing this thing, I just want to tell you that there are a lot of alternatives. You can use that thing. You can text me, you can DM me. I'll tell you about that. So I don't do this thing, guys. Don't just be respect. All the people. Just okay. It's good. We'll meet on another
mm,
day for sure for practice.
thank you so much. My name is Pinky, and I am connecting to you from Punjab. I am postgraduated in Hindi literature, and I am part-time working as a beautician. Along with, I am working on my communication skills. And other than that, I really love talking to people. I do singing, and I really love to do paintings. And yeah, I love writing. I'm into writing too. So that's all about me.
That's great. That's great. So okay, so yeah, you're good. You're doing superb. You are doing so many things as your hobbies, or you said you are beautician part time. So and you are married. You married.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So great, great. So okay, I have some questions for you that I'll ask you. So first thing first,
Okay.
like this is a conversations where people are watching us to improve their English communication. Okay, so it would be better if we talk more about English speaking and all the things. So a lot of people like they can speak but they are facing so many problems in their life. So what do you think, what's the major mistakes that every beginner is when every beginners do or they are doing? So what do you think
Okay.
about it and your mistakes that you did? Otherwise,
Okay.
like you can share, you can share your journey, like when did you start or how you are learning this language? What's the major your practices or all the habits that you are doing throughout the day?
Mhm.
So that would be great, but relevant to
Oh,
English speaking.
okay, okay. So, as per my information, according to me, when I started my journey at that time, I didn't know from where I have to start, what what things I should consume. And I have I heard from people we should watch movies and all. But if you are a beginner, you are not going to take interest into movies because at that time you are not able to understand anything. And uh, and if you talk about similar to books, and if you're not able to understand, you are not going to enjoy it. So in that case we should enjoy it, otherwise we are not going to gain anything from it. So what I did, mm, I
Mhm.
started doing it from my interesting genre. I started reading. I choose according to my interest, which is horror and romantic things. And gradually, slowly, I started like getting things out of it, and now I am enjoying. Still, I am reading a lot of books, and I'm really enjoying it. And I haven't thought I would be a avid reader. So now you can consider I am voracious reader. I am really enjoying my process. And initially, when we get wrong track at that time, it is kind of distraction and we feel demotivation. Okay, we feel like we are not getting anything. It is quite hard thing. I can't do it. Initially people might think like that, but though I haven't thought like that because I'm self motivated. I have a kind of, you can say, positive in me, like if someone can do, why not I? So that's how
Mhm.
I started my journey. When I started my journey, I was bedridden. I was not able to sit and stand. So I thought, okay, I have to utilize my time, as well as I was suffering with some uh, uh, mental issues as well. I just want to overcome from it. That's why
Mhm.
I started my journey. And by the time I started enjoying, I have incorporated many things like writing, reading, and watching, and yeah, talking with people face to face and audio call too. So you can say initially, my sister used to mock me a lot. You're not going to face people while speaking English. You are a kind of like you are kind of tiger on audio call, but when it comes to facing people, you are not going to do anything. I bet they used to say such things to me, and they somewhere they motivates me in a positive way. I took such things in a positive manner, and that's how like you can say I am sitting in front of you. So I want to tell you, like, people should take things positive, even they are criticizing by bad people. They should take things in a positive way. Only that time they are going to grow, otherwise no one going to stop you. They have tendency to put you down, so don't
Mhm.
care about them. Just choose your journey, choose your way, and listen positive people and negative too, so that you can uh motivations.
And yeah, that's the thing. People are just, sometimes when a person or people start, saying us or telling about us so many negative things, that time we feel demotivated. But that's a real thing that can make us more, that can give us the perspective, like where we have to improve ourselves. We can improve ourselves. So that's super.
Hmm.
And as you said, initially you said that no matter like you like to watch movies or not, but as a beginner you have to watch movies, you have to read books. So that's the most important thing. A lot of people who just started, they start, or they are a beginner, that time they feel, they some for some things they feel like, oh, I don't like this thing, why, like how can I do this? But we have to push ourselves to do all these
Hmm.
things. We have to push
but
ourselves to, feed our brain with those things. Yeah.
but I want to add over here, because if you are a beginner, you can't go with direct movies. You have to choose something light. You can choose a kid story. You can go with that. Kid stories, like very kids web series, which I used to watch it.
Mhm.
Despite of watching English movies, I chose such things, and it is kind of like a cake walk for me. And now I am enjoying. I'm watching because we get a lot of words out of
Yeah.
it, which we are using daily life. Okay,
So,
so I want
mm,
to tell you, just people should People should watch and consume and write according to their level. Otherwise, they are going to feel mundane. Yeah.
Yeah, that this is the thing. Like everybody is, different. Their mindset is different. But the thing is, like practices and all things, they are mandatory. We have to do this. If you are feeling lazy, if you are feeling like, oh, I
Mhm.
don't like this, I don't, I'm not interested in this. No, you have to do these things. English is not that much easy. Like I've seen this thing. A lot of people they want to, learn this language, but they cannot make that environment for them. They cannot
Mhm.
think in English, so how can they, how can they be this kind of person, or like how they can learn this language? So some of the time it happens. Okay, let's jump on to the second
I
thing.
have question. I
Yeah,
have question now for you.
yeah.
Okay. So when I had my first video conversation at that time, I was traveling, you know, though I am very confident person, at that time I was feeling underconfident. I was feeling like under pressure. So I was making stupidity. I was making a lot of mistakes. I am doing stupidity to all these things. I just want your experience, your first experience. I want to know how was your first experience with whom you have done your first video call and how was it?
Yeah, I remember my first ever conversation with teacher Siv. He's a brilliant person. He's also making content. He's
Mm-hmm.
from UK, Uttarakhand, and I had done the that conversation for the first time. That was a kind of good thing for me. I felt crazy at that time, like wow, yeah, I talk to a person and make a conversations, and he will upload that video on his channel. And at that time, yeah, he had quite good. I had just I think 500 subscribers at that time, and he had around
Mm-hmm.
like K, or I don't know, like there, but something there. But yeah, I when I talked to for the first time, I made a lot of mistakes at that time, but I feel good. And a lot of things are happening in our life for the first time, and we feel nervous, we feel anxious, we feel like, oh my god, what will happen if I make mistakes? But that's the thing, we have to start, we have to do things for the first time and make that thing usual day, usual thing, like yeah, I can do
Mm-hmm.
it. So when we become comfortable, we become like, I don't care. Like if I make a mistake, that time it's okay. It's okay. Everybody is in a process.
Okay. Was it a
Recorded,
recorded?
yes, yes. You can watch on Siv's channel, and Teacher Siv, a kind of he's a, like his channel name is Teacher Siv.
English
In
English teacher
हाँ,
teacher.
yeah, ऐसा करके, like I know his on Skype. So yeah, that's a thing.
Okay.
I can tell you, YouTube, yeah, English with
Shiv
teachers.
sir. Shiv
Teachers,
teacher.
yeah, English with teachers you.
Okay.
He's a great, like his accent is like in different people.
Even I had conversation with him twice, more than twice. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great person. He's like I'm having conversations. I have a lot of conversations. I've done a lot of conversation with that person. Yeah, so tell me other thing. Yeah, I have another question. Some questions. Like I face. Okay, so how you practice your vocabularies and all?
I'm not doing much things related to vocabulary. Actually, I have written some words, okay? When I come across with new word, I just write it down. And before talking to anybody, I just revise it.
Hmm.
Sometimes, not every time, like after 2 days, 3 days, one day, and it will automatically store in your brain. So that's what I'm doing it.
Hmm.
And yeah, and if I find okay something is quite good, like you can say, you can take example of resonate. We often use it, right? So I make sentence out of it, like 3, 4, 5 sentences,
Yeah.
and sometime I write it down on my hand, okay, and I make sure okay I'm going to use those words. It's not
Hmm.
like that I am going to pressurize myself. No, it comes naturally. I'm not pressurizing myself nowadays because I am on medication. I'm not well, so I'm not pressurizing. I'm just take it easily and I'm enjoying a lot.
Hmm. Don't say I'm not well. You're quite good. Okay, so that's the thing. If you want to share anything else, you can share. What's that? What's
What
that? You
should
know, yeah, tell me what's the good advice that you want to tell to me or share with me
can
or the viewers?
can you give me a second?
Okay, no worries. So, all the viewers who's watching us right now, I want to tell you that you can improve your English. Don't pressurize yourself. Okay, every day just try to speak with yourself or have conversations with these kind of people. So that would be great. Okay, and the other thing, you can check out teacher
Hello,
saves.
hel
Yeah,
hello,
yeah,
hello.
yes,
Can
it's
you give
back.
can you give me a second, please? It's
Okay, no
urgent.
worries. Okay, no worries. You can go.